Hello everybody, Jennifer Maker here. It's a beautiful day to make a stacked calendar and a stand for the new year ahead, as well as for future years to come. If you're like me and rely on a calendar, you know how important it is to have one within arm's reach. And that's why I'm going to teach you how to make your own calendar for your desk to share with your family or anywhere that you might need to check your schedule or to mark important dates. Another cool part about these calendars is that they come with every day and date of the week configuration that is possible. Yes, so that means you can make a calendar from these for any year, whether it's for this year or for years into the future. And you can use my PDF files to cut these designs by hand, of course, but I'll use a Cricut Maker cutting machine today. You can also use the original Maker, any Explorer series machine, the Cricut Venture, the original Joy, a Joy Extra, or really any machine that uses cut files and can cut 4.5-inch wide material or 6.5-inch wide material if you're making the flower vase design. So it's just a little bit wider. You'll also need some cardstock. I'll be using some fun rainbow colors for my calendar, as well as some craft board and a little glue to make the stand. Now, to get the calendar grid onto the date pages, as well as these cute little gnomes, we'll have our Cricut do the writing and the drawing. I recommend using an extra fine point pen, around 0.3 millimeters, so your dates and gnomes look nice and clear. I've got a full list of the tools and supplies, plus links on where to find them right below this video. Now, if you want to make your own custom stack calendar with your own photos, say with pictures of your pets or your family, you can do that too, and I'm going to show you how. So, are you ready to get started? Let me show you where to get the free files, and then we'll begin. Step 1, get my free stack calendar designs. First, download my stacked calendar designs from the link below this video or at jennifermaker.com/685. You can either download right from that link by saving the project or download from my entire free design collection. To find it, look for libraries in the red bar at the top and then click either get a password if you don't yet have one or click enter the library. Search the page for design number 685 and click the link to download the designs. If you're not sure how to use these files, go to jennifermaker.com/svgs to learn how to download and unzip files. In this video, I'll show you how to use a Cricut cutting machine to cut the pieces so they are precise. If you cut these by hand instead, skip to step number 3. There are 5 designs in the SVG folder. A gnome calendar with 2025 dates already included, since I'm sharing this at the end of 2024. And a gnome calendar with a full set of calendar grids so you can build your own no matter what year it is that you're watching this video. There's also a vase design with a 2025 version and a blank version you can create for another year. Finally, there are score and no score versions of the calendar stand. I'll demonstrate how to prepare, cut, and assemble the gnome calendar with the calendar grids that you can set yourself, so you'll know how to make a calendar no matter what year it is. The same instructions work for the vase calendar design too. I'll also show you how to cut and build the no-score version of the calendar stand, so everyone can make it. If you have a scoring tool you'd like to use, like a scoring stylus or a single scoring wheel, you can use the score version of the stand instead. For help setting score lines, see my tutorial on using score files at jennifermaker.com/Cricut scoring. Step 2, prepare the stack calendar and stand designs. Let's start by adding the design to Cricut Design Space. Click the Upload button and then click Upload Image. Click Browse and find the gnome calendar SVG file without 2025 in the name. I'll demonstrate with the file without the pre-added dates. Select it and click Upload. Click Upload again and click the stand file with no score in the name, which uses dash cut lines to create creases. Click Upload and then select both designs under Recent Uploads. Then click Add to Canvas. Deselect both designs, then drag them apart on the canvas. Click the eye icon next to the Stand and Layers panel to hide it for now. Select the calendar and then click the Ungroup icon to ungroup it. I recommend always ungrouping a design after you upload it, as it will be grouped by default. Drag the January piece to the side. This will help you avoid selecting the other months by accident. With it still selected, click the Ungroup icon to ungroup the January piece. If you'd like to change the color of the piece, click the colored layer and choose a color in the color box at the top of your screen. I like to keep my colors the way they are though, so I'll click the undo arrow to put it back the way it was. Now find the month grid that fits your January of the year that you want to make your calendar. You can use the calendar on your phone or computer to help you look it up. January 2025 starts on a Wednesday. It also has 31 days. So look through the grids and find the one that starts on a Wednesday and also has 31 days. There we go, found it. Select the grid and then click the duplicate icon to make a copy. Sometimes you may need to use the same grid multiple times in a year, so it's a good idea to make a copy just in case. Then drag the duplicate grid into the empty rectangle on the January calendar piece. Place the grid so it's roughly centered in the open area and its horizontal line matches the bottom of the month. Click the canvas and drag a bounding box around the colored rectangle layer, the gnome, and the chosen month grid. Then click Attach. Hold your Shift key and select the month grid and the gnome in the Layers panel. Then click the drop-down menu under Operation and select Pen. Now the Cricut knows we want to draw these lines instead of cut them. Click the box next to Operation to select the pen size and color. An extra fine point pen works best for the detailed designs and numbers, so I'll select the 0.3 millimeter size in black. Click the small arrow at the top of the attached layers in the Layers panel to collapse them for now. Then select the attached January group in the Layers panel and click the eye icon to hide it. Now it's time to do February. Just like you did with January, click and drag the February piece to the side. Now February has 28 days, unless it's a leap year, when it has 29 days. Checking my calendar on my computer, I can see that February 2025 has 28 days and begins on a Saturday. Look through the grids to find the one that starts on a Saturday and has 28 days. Found it! Click the duplicate icon to make a copy and drag the duplicate grid up to the February piece. And just like you did with January, position the grid so the divider line is lined up to the bottom of the month name, and the grid is halfway between the month and the edge of the colored layer. Drag a bounding box around the colored layer, the gnome, and month grid, and then click Attach. Hold down your Shift key and select the month grid and the gnome layer, and then click the Operation drop-down menu and select Pen. Click the box next to Operation to select the pen size and color. I'll select the 0.3 millimeter size in black again. Click the small arrow on the top of the attached layers in the Layers panel to collapse them. Then select the attached February group in the Layers panel and click the eye icon to hide it. Now just repeat these steps to turn your remaining months into calendar layers. When all of the months are prepared, zoom all the way out, then drag a bounding box around the grids on the canvas. We're done with them for now, so click the Delete icon to remove them. Now click the eye icon next to each month layer to unhide them. Unhide the stand layer too. Now we're ready to cut and draw our stacked calendar. Make sure the correct machine is selected in the top right and then click Make. On the Prepare screen, make sure the correct material size is selected for your mats. I'm using all 12 by 12 inch materials, so my material sizes are good to go. Select the first mat again and click Continue. Step 3, cut the stacked calendar and stand designs. On the Make screen, your mats will be in rainbow order. Let's set the base material for them now. My first mat is a calendar piece. Even though I'm using lighter weight 65-pound cardstock, I find that medium cardstock setting does the best job at producing nice clean cuts. Click Browse All Materials and search for medium cardstock. Select it and click Done. Now change the pressure setting to More. This helps with cleaner cuts too. Check that your premium fine point blade is clean and in the correct clamp. And when it's time to load the black pen, take off the cap and put it on the pen's end to avoid losing the cap. Then test the pen on scrap paper to make sure it's flowing well and put it in the clamp as prompted. Place your first mat's material face up on a green standard grip machine mat and use a brayer to make sure it's fully adhered. Press the flashing load button to load the prepared mat into your Cricut, then press the flashing go button to begin cutting and drawing. When it's finished drawing and cutting the cardstock, unload the mat, flip the mat over onto your work surface, and roll it back to release the material. Use a spatula to carefully lift the gnomes if they're tough to remove from the mat. Now my next mat is the stand, and I'll use craft board so it's durable enough to hold the stacked calendar sheets. Click Browse All Materials and search for craft board, select it, and click Done. Change the pressure setting to More for the cleanest cuts. Now I'll place my craft board face up on my green standard grip mat and brayer it down well. Load it into my Cricut and press the flashing button to cut. The rest of my mats are cardstock, so after setting my third mat's material setting to medium cardstock and setting the pressure to More, I'll check the box next to Remember Material Settings. This will apply these settings to the rest of the mats, which saves time, and I love that. Continue on cutting the rest of your mats. When you're finished cutting, you'll have one craft board stand piece and 12 calendar pieces. Step 4. Assemble the stacked calendar and stand. Let's put together the calendar stand first. With the craft board face down, fold up along the crease lines to create 3 panels and 1 thin tab. Apply craft glue along the outside of the tab. Fold the stand into a triangular tube and press the glued tab into the inside of the last folded panel. Try to keep the edges nice and flush. Hold them in place until the glue sets. Finally, stack the cut calendar cards in month order and place the stacked calendar into the stand for display. Step 5. Show it off. Here's what my finished stacked calendar and stand look like. You can display it on your desk, your kitchen counter, or anywhere you need a handy reminder of the date. And when it's time to change the month, just place the current one behind the others. Step 6. Customize it. If you love this stack calendar project but wish you could customize it with your own photos, I have a way you can do that. You can get the templates I made and learn how to create your own custom stack calendar with whatever photos you want through a special program called Advance with Jennifer Maker. The Advance program helps to advance your crafting skills by teaching you how to make these popular designs unique and special through tutorials and special templates, as well as give you advanced access to my vast library of designs, projects, and resources. Now, I may or may not be accepting new members into the Advance program at the time you're seeing this video, but if you're interested, go to jennifermaker.com/advance to learn more and see how it all works. These calendars are so neat, don't you think? When Greg saw them, specifically the one with our pets, he said it was his favorite craft yet. And I love how this design allows you to make a brand new calendar each year in whatever colors or designs or style you want. You can circle important dates, make your own stickers to decorate special days, and write notes in the margin or down below. And remember, there's one more design in the collection for you. The vase design uses the same steps as the gnomes, and there are some reference photos in the tutorial on my blog post at jennifermaker.com. If you love this idea but want something more customized to you and your interests, be sure to visit jennifermaker.com/advance to learn how to get the template to customize your own stacked calendar and make it any way you want. That's right, any way you want. And don't forget that I give away a Cricut cutting machine every month. Enter the giveaway at jennifermaker.com/Cricut giveaway for your chance to win. I've probably given away over 100 cutting machines by now, so you never know, you could be a winner too. If you have any questions about working with cardstock, using pens, using your Cricut, or anything else craft related that you think I can help you with, please let me know. You can leave your question below this video or come ask in our Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/Cricut Crafters. Be sure to share your photos too. I'd love to see them. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.